Hello everybody, this is Sean with our DIY garden, and this morning I am back in the grow room and I am working on a project. It's going to start out small, but it'll grow, and I'm excited to share the journey with you, if you will. Now here in Texas, we have a lot of trouble with the heat and lack of rain, and it is challenging to try to grow things in that type of condition. And so we have set out to work on, okay, how can we do this? It's so frustrating to baby animals along, and then we get water restrictions and you're not allowed to water, and you're trying everything you can to keep the plants alive. And so we have decided that we are going to work on this little uh, side project, if you will, and start small and then grow large. So here's what we've been working on.
Okay, so I am on the other side of the room because I wanted you guys to be able to see the full thing. This is our inside hydroponic system. This is a very simple system that works with water and plants to make the plants grow using just water with nutrients. That's the important thing, is that there are nutrients inside of the water system. The beautiful thing about a hydroponic system is that it's fully enclosed, which means that I don't have to add water to the plants or to the system. Not very often. I mean, there is some, um, it does lose water a little bit, but for the most part, it's a very small amount that we lose. But this system is about as simple as you can come. I told Ron what I wanted, and he set to work to build me something. And so I've got 4 6-foot pieces of PVC, and in each PVC there is 6 holes to put the plants in. Now what you use in hydroponics instead of dirt is you use these black systems here, these black cups. They're called neti cups. Let me pull one out here and get it in the light. And they have holes in them because inside of the neti cups you put something called rock wool, and it's basically green. I don't know. It's a very dry product. It's called rock wool, and you get it wet. And inside, let's see if we can see it in this one. There is a hole in the middle. Do you see it? It's right here. And in that hole is where you can place your seeds. So a hydroponic system doesn't have dirt in it, and it's ran enclosed at the butt. All at the ends are these caps, and then one tube goes down and runs into the next tube and down. Now there is a 5-gallon bucket. I don't know if you can see it very well down here, and that's where the water drains. And what I mean by draining is the water will run through all the tubes, and then it will drain into this. The pump will pump new water up into the tubes that has the nutrients, and it's just an enclosed system that runs through the entire set of pipes and then comes out into the white gallon bucket, and then the pump kicks back on and it'll circulate again. And so that is what's so cool about this. Now what I love about it is Ron made this for me, and it's a very simple system, but you know what? I do well with simple. So we've got it loaded with 6 neti cups of lettuce up here at the top. You can see some of the lettuce is starting to grow. It's been in for 2 weeks now. So you can see 5 are doing great. And then the last one, there's something at the bottom, but it's not really hitting off as fast as the rest of it. And this is all lettuce and this. And then I've got herbs in this row and spinach. And nothing's really going on in this row except for, oops, sorry, my fingers are in the way. This one, this is growing, and I don't know which herb it is. It's either basil, but I don't think it's basil. It's not chives, so it's something. I'll know better when it's growing. So those are, the lettuce is 2 weeks old. Sorry, I'm trying to show things as I'm telling you. And then the herbs are 1 week old. And what I've decided to do is just every week come in and plant 6 neti cups. And I am going to let this be my lettuce garden for the fall and winter.
Now, the main reason I'm doing this is that, we've all been to the grocery store. We only go about once a month. It's just Ron and I, and when we go, we stock up pretty good. So, we're doing pretty good, but I was all out of produce. So I went to the produce section, and we go to, a cheap little co-op for most things, but we had to go to the grocery store, and I needed some lettuce, and I was paying $1.50, for salad greens, and I'm like, no, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to go and have Ron set up the hydroponics system. I have to. And so this is, he built this about 3 years ago, and when we moved, part of it broke, and so it kind of just sat in the back. And I'm like, please, please fix it. Please bring it in so we can get it going. So, like I said, Ron did make this out of scrap, but the beautiful thing about it is I did talk him into, can we please make some plans for this? Let's put this out online so, other people who are interested in this can, follow this along and create a very simple system. Okay, so I believe that you can see the rock wool. And what rock wool is, it's, I don't know, it's rock wool, but it comes really dry, and you put it in water and it absorbs. And then it has the little holes in the middle, if you can see that, and that's where you stick the seeds. And the reason why you don't use dirt is because we're in a hydroponic system, and I don't want dirt to get over into my tubes and to, get the tubes all caked up with dirt. I have enough problems with, like I said, getting the roots not binding up the system and into the plug. So as you can see, I've got 6 sets of different seeds set out for my 6 pots. Remember, that's how much each tube will hold, and I plant 1 tube a week. So here is some New Zealand spinach, and I have another spinach here, I thought. Yes, I have a Bloomsdale spinach. So I'm going to grow that. I'm going to start some basil seeds, some chives, parsley, and what else? Oh, cress. So just something different besides like the lettuce that I planted last week. And we're going to put them in here. And I don't set them inside the system. Okay, before I forget, you are about to hear some noise. So far it's been pretty quiet. Remember I told you that the pump runs for 15 minutes on and then 15 minutes off. The pump is just starting, and so you are going to hear the bubble noise as it transfers from one of the tubes to another. See this black, let's see, this black tubing? It takes water from the top tube, brings it down to this tube. The water runs through that tube. There's a black
pipe over there that runs it to the next tube. So it's on a continuous loop. That's the beautiful part about hydroponics. I'm going to raise my voice a little so you can hear me over it. It's an enclosed system, so I don't have to go and get water to plant or to water these plants. And living in Texas during the summer, we get on water restrictions, and sometimes we can't water our gardens, our plants, and it's very frustrating. You know, we've been babying them all along. So with this type of system, we're not watering the ground. We are having this water go in continuous loops, and it waters the roots of the plants. So that's what we love about hydroponics. Okay, so here we are again. Sorry, I am raising my voice so you can hear me over this system. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to plant this rock wool. All of the things I've mentioned, we have gotten off of Amazon. So if you're looking for, okay, where do I buy this? Go and look for rock wall on Amazon. It also has the hydroponic cups. You can buy all of that through Amazon. So I am going to grab this New Zealand spinach. And I am, because the seed is so huge, I don't know if you can see this, I am just going to plant one in the rock wall because it wouldn't support anything other than just the one. I just said rock wall. It's rock wool. Wool like is in a sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and just stick 1 to 2 seeds in each of the holes, and I'll meet up with you here when I'm done. Okay, so here's the neti pots, and they are ready for the rock wool to be put in them. I know what I've put in each one. I have a gardening journal, and I write down what I plant and the date that I plant it, and it's just a fun way for me to keep track and be able to look back to see, okay, what grew in what time period, and what didn't grow and do well in the system. So it's so simple. All you do is take one of the wet rock wools that I've got. This is one of the spinaches. You just push it all the way down, and you put it into the system. Kind of push it down. Now, something I didn't mention is we did hang the lights, and the lights make a big difference. We keep them on during the day, and then when we go to bed, we turn them off. When Ron gets up at 4 a.m., he turns them on, and we just leave the lights on all day. And that way we feel like they get enough light to help with keeping the plant happy and growing. So again, here we go. Grab one of the rock wools, take it over, and push it all the way down. These aren't as tall as the pots, but then I just take them over, whoops, and push it down into one of the pipes, and I will fill the entire system up, or this entire row up with the pots. There you are. Push it down, bring it over, and push it in. Push it down, and plant it. Now by the weekend, this is Monday, so by next weekend, these should be showing, these should have sprouted. So you can see, here's last week's, and I don't know if you can see that very well. Let me get more light. There you can see it. So they sprout and start growing within a week of the system. This is all lettuce that I planted last week. Sorry, I'm trying to get it so you can see. There you go. So they've all sprouted, I believe. I think even this last one. Yep, it's sprouting. It's not as big as the others, but it's coming up. And some of the seeds drop deeper. Remember I showed you that these have the holes in them. And so some of the seeds will drop deeper into the holes than other seeds. And so it might take them a little bit longer to come to the surface. But that's okay. So last week I did lettuce, and this week I did all spinach and different herbs that I like in my salads. And what this is basically my winter salad source. I don't want to go. I just bought lettuce this last weekend, and I'm like that. I'm not doing it anymore. So this is my winter salad source. Because next week when I start seeds, like we just did with these herbs, I will start lettuce. So there it is. Again, it will run. The noise that you hear, it will run for 15 minutes, and then it'll shut off for 15 minutes. The reason you do that is just to give the roots a rest from having the water rush over them. And then after 15 minutes, it'll kick back on. And you know what? 15 minutes is what we found works for us. It might be a different time period for someone else. But I thought that if you live in, well, no matter where you live, if you want salad this winter, this is a great type of system to do it with. And I will put a link. We have a blog, our DIYhomestead.com, and I will put a link to the blueprint or whatever it's called that Ron created so you can build one of these. Super simple, pretty inexpensive, just a little bit of knowledge on how to get all these black hoses connected, and he even tells you what all of these are called. I would share it with you, but honestly I don't know, so you'll have to take a look at that blog and see if it's something that you want to build. If you live in the north, it'll be a great way to grow lettuce. And if you live in the south, it's a great way to grow lettuce. So I think it's for everybody. So I will continue this journey and bring you along on it. And until next time, talk to you guys later.